The story of Australopithecus africanus was not written with deliberate burials in ritual spaces, but in deep, silent caves of South Africa, natural vaults that preserved their bones through chance rather than intention. Their deaths came from falls, predators, and hazards of rugged landscape, yet the geological processes that followed transformed these tragedies into scientific treasures. The cradle of humankind's karstic terrain was riddled with vertical shafts and hidden openings. Many animals, including hominins, slipped into the natural traps. Some died instantly, others succumbed to their injuries or thirst. Predators also contributed to cave assemblages. Leopards dragged their prey into sheltered dens, hyenas gnawed bones, and in rare cases, giant eagles left talon marks on small skulls, as seen in the Taung child. Inside these caves, time moved slowly. Storms washed in sediments, roof spall accumulated, and calcite dripped from the ceilings, sealing bones beneath flowstone. These layers preserved delicate structures but complicated dating, required careful stratigraphic and isotopic analysis. There is no evidence that Australopithecus africanus buried their dead or treated bodies symbolically. Their remains entered caves through natural processes, not cultural ones. Yet, each fossil, encased in breccia, marked by predators, or preserved in flowstone, offers a window into their lives, their environment, and the forces that shape their world. The caves are not cemeteries, but archives. Through them, we glance the fragility of early hominin existence and the extraordinary geological luck that allowed their story to survive. Around 2.5 million years ago, Africa entered a period of climate instability. Rainfall patterns shifted, drought intensified. One stable mosaic of woodlands and grasslands became unpredictable. In this crucible of change, a new lineage emerged, early Homo, carrying subtle but transformative innovations. These hominids had slightly larger brains, 600 to 700 cc's, flatter faces, and smaller teeth than their Australopith predecessors. Their hands were more dexterous, with enhanced precision grips and stronger thumb-to-finger opposition. These anatomical shifts supported a behavior revolution, the deliberate shaping of stone. Oldowan tools, simple cores, flakes, and hammerstones allowed early Homo to butcher carcasses, extract marrow, and process plants with unprecedented efficiency. Early Homo ranged widely across diverse habitats, demonstrating adaptability that Africanus couldn't match. Their cognitive abilities, improved motor planning, early prefrontal expansion, and emergent hemispheric specialization supported flexible problem solving and more nuanced communication. As early Homo spread and innovated, Africanus found itself increasingly constrained. The newcomers could exploit resources inaccessible to Australopiths, navigating shifting environments, and survive ecological pressure that were intensifying across southern Africa. The rise of Homo was not a sudden leap, but a gradual shift, a new way of thinking, and interacting with the world that set the stage for everything that would follow. The extinction of Australopithecus africanus was not a dramatic collapse, but a slow fading shaped by climate, competition, and ecological change. As Africa's climate oscillated between wetter and drier extremes, woodlands contracted and grasslands expanded, the foods Africanus relied upon became less predictable, and their once familiar habitats fragmented into isolated patches. In this changing world, new competitors thrived. Paranthropus robustus, with its massive jaws and specialized teeth, excelled at processing tough grasses and sedges that dominated open landscapes. Early Homo, armed with stone tools and broader dietary strategies, could access meat, marrow, plants and resources unavailable to Australopiths. Predation still remained a constant threat. Leopards, hyenas, saber-toothed cats, and eagles all targeted vulnerable individuals, especially juveniles. High predation rates combined with shrinking habitats led to population fragmentations. Small, isolated groups suffered reduced genetic diversity and a lower resilience to environmental stress. Africanus lacked the technological flexibility of Homo and the extreme specialization of Paranthropus. As ecosystems shifted, they found themselves caught between two more competitive lineages. Over time, their fossils became rarer, their populations dwindled, and eventually they disappeared entirely. Their extinction was not a failure, but a part of the natural rhythm of evolution. They endured for over 1,000,000 years, far longer than Homo sapiens have existed, and their disappearance opened ecological space for the rise of early Homo. Australopithecus africanus occupies a foundational place in the human story. Their fossils preserved in South African caves reveal a species that refined upright walking, explored new cognitive possibilities, and lived in socially complex groups long before the emergence of Homo. Their anatomy shows key advancements in bipedalism, improved pelvic structure, enhanced hip mechanics, and increased lumbar curvature. These refinements made long-distance walking more efficient and laid the biomechanical groundwork for the endurance capabilities of later Homo species. Their brains, though small, show early reorganization, expanded parietal regions, emerging Broca's areas, and increased cortical complexity. These changes foreshadowed the neural architecture required for language, toolmaking, and symbolic thought. Their dietary flexibility, spanning C3 and C4 plants, hard fallback foods, and occasional animal protein, prefigured the broad omnivory of early Homo. Their extended juvenile development and cooperative social structures hint at early roots of cultural transmission and social intelligence. Phylogenetically, Australopithecus africanus represents a crucial branch of the Australopith radiation. Whether directly ancestral to Homo or part of a sister lineage, they shaped the ecological and anatomical context for which early humans emerged. Their discovery shifted scientific understanding towards Africa as the cradle of humankind and overturned the outdated brain-first models of evolution. The legacy of Australopithecus africanus lives on in our bodies, our cognition, and our social nature. They were not merely a step on the path to humanity. They were the architects of the condition that made humanity possible. Thank you all for watching the part 4 of the Australopithecus africanus documentary. I will be combining and re-editing all the parts into one full-length documentary, so don't forget to check that out. Also, like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives here on Fossil Matrix.